Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Are you doing good? I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you. In today's lesson, we continue with Unit 9, Cities in the Future. Lesson 4 and 5, Speaking and Listening. Let's start the lessons by watching the video clip about London and answer the two questions. Question number 1, what are the aspects mentioned in the video clip? Number 2, what are the initiatives mentioned? Okay, are you ready?
Can London ever become a sustainable city? London consumes a monstrous amount of energy. It needs to cater for tourists and residents, as well as the people working in the many businesses and buildings. Imagine how many computers are running every day, how much heating or air conditioning is used, how many light bulbs are left on. Much of this energy is generated from fossil fuels. So what will happen when the fossil fuels run out? Waste is another massive issue. It's just not possible to continue using landfill in the long term. Landfill taxes go up every year. Each borough tackles waste separately, including recycling. One of the biggest challenges in this area is how to re-educate London's ever-growing population to responsibly manage their waste. Each London borough is allocated a safe annual limit for air pollution. Some of these boroughs surpass this limit in the first few days of the year. Every year, 9,500 Londoners die early due to the health impacts of polluted air. The major cause is traffic congestion. If we can't find solutions to it, then it could have a real effect on our daily lives, like wearing air filters when we travel around London. London's housing system is in crisis. There's a lack of affordable homes and very little space to build more. Councils have calculated that they'll need to build 50,000 homes a year to house the growing population. These are some of London's biggest urban challenges as a world city. By 2050, it is expected to have a population of 10 million, which will make it a mega city. So where will 2 million extra people live or go to work? And what sustainable initiatives can we put in place to help? There are many big and small projects going on across London combating the challenges of urbanisation, from food growing and community gardens through to smart city technology. PaveGen has created flooring that turns kinetic energy into off-grid electricity and data. This innovative installation just off Oxford Street powers LED lights, sound and an energy data feed. Charities such as Food Cycle are reducing waste by collecting surplus food from supermarkets to create meals for the local community. Since 2009, they've saved over 146 tonnes of food from being wasted across the UK. That's equivalent to 74 London taxis. Many initiatives are bottom-up projects. The London Cycling Campaign wants to make cycling in London easier for everyone.
We're working with the City of London here, and we're working across London in all sorts of places with local boroughs, with TfL, etc., to really push better schemes. Here at Bank Junction, we see a scheme where from 7 till 7, pretty much every day during the week, there's no traffic apart from buses and cyclists. What's great about Bank Junction is it's not just a scheme for right now. It's a vision for the future of what can be achieved in London. If you remove the traffic, people are happier. We've got a real issue with children right now not being able to travel freely and independently around this city. This junction shows what can be done and what we hope will be increasingly done in the next 10 to 20 years.
Living Streets is the UK charity for everyday walking. They are currently campaigning for cities to be more walking friendly.
As well as having individual health benefits, walking also helps to reduce things like social isolation and helps to improve community cohesion by building our cities around people and places rather than cars and roads. Walking also has numerous environmental benefits. By taking cars off the road, we're helping to reduce pollution and increase air quality.
All these schemes show that we can respond to the challenges of London's urbanisation, meeting the needs of the population now, without compromising on the needs of future generations, making London sustainable. There are many more initiatives in London that we haven't mentioned. What's happening in your local area? What will you do to help London become a sustainable city?
Okay, so after watching the video clip, Question number 1. What are the aspects? They are energy, waste, air pollution, and housing. Okay, housing. Now, for energy, London consumes huge amount of energy, and most of the energies are from fossil fuels, right? And waste, like many other big cities, waste is the massive issue, right? And how about air pollution? Air pollution is mainly from traffic congestion. And housing? Lack of affordable homes and little space for Londoners. Number 2, what are the initiatives mentioned? They are Food Cycle, London Cycling Campaign, Bank Junction, and Living Street. Okay, so do you think that London is a sustainable city? Các bạn có nghĩ rằng London là một cái thành phố bền vững hay không? Maybe yes. Or maybe no. If you say yes, you are optimistic. And if you say no, you are pessimistic. Activity 1. Choose sentences from A to D to complete the conversation between two Londoners. A. Anything else? B. This means there'll be no pollution, will there? C. London won't be the good place to live in, will it? And D. How will they do that? Okay, are you done? Now, let's check together. So, number 1, London won't be the good place to live in, will it? 2, how will they do that? 3, anything else? 4, this means there'll be no pollution, will there? Okay, very good. Now, spend some time practicing the conversation. What are you reading, Jack? I'm reading some predictions about London in 2050. London won't be the good place to live in, will it? On the contrary, it will be. And though it's now a stressful and overcrowded city with lots of traffic jams and pollution, there are plans to improve the situation. How will they do that? Well, they'll build smart underground transport networks. The city will no longer be full of cars. Unbelievable! Anything else? Many eco-parks will be built and they'll be watered by treated wastewater. This means there'll be no pollution, will there? That's right. London will be cleaner and more sustainable. Sounds great. I hope I can see their plans come true. After the conversation, let's figure out 3 things. The first one, current facts. The second one, future plans. And the last one, the aim. For the current facts in London City. The current situation. The future plans, what are they going to do to improve the situation? And the aim, what for? Okay, now let's check. So for the current fast, London is now a stressful and overcrowded city, right? With what? With lots of traffic jams and pollution. How about the future plans? For the future plans, they will build smart underground transport networks and eco parks. All right. So what are the purpose? What is the aim of the future plans? The aim is to make London a cleaner and more sustainable city. Okay, good, very good. Now, let's move on to the next activity. Tokyo in 2050. Also, we have some current fast and future plans and the aim. All right. The current fast in Tokyo now is good infrastructure. And what else? Overcrowded trains, aging population, and more. You can think of your own idea, however, based on the real situations in Tokyo. All right, you can search on the internet for more information about Tokyo if you don't like this fact. And for the future plans, promote advanced technology to make greener cars, faster trains, and more convenient facilities for old people. Use robots to do housework and many other things and many other plans. Okay. Search the internet for more information. How about the aim? The aim is to make Tokyo the most livable city. Cái mục đích đó là làm cho Tokyo trở nên một cái thành phố đáng sống, đúng không nào? Alright. So this is some information about Tokyo in 2050. And how about this? Look at this picture. Can you guess? Where is it? It is New York City. Okay. Also, we have some current fast, future plans, and aimed. Alright, for current fast of the New York City, we have crowded public transport, pile of smelly rubbish, aging electricity network, and the future plans promote self-driving electric taxis. Yeah, electric taxis. Use cities building roofs for gardens, fertilize with compost, build plants to turn waste into energy, build offshore wind farms. How about the aim? The aim is to make New York City an eco city, a green city. Okay. Now you spend some time to make your own conversations. You can choose New York or Tokyo based on the current fast, the future plans, and the aim, and also based on the conversation between Mary and Jack to make a similar conversations about Tokyo or New York City. Okay. You should pause the video clips to make your own conversation. Alright, now here's the sample, the stochastic conversation about Tokyo in 2050. Also, Mary and Jack. If you don't like these names, you can change all the names. All right, okay. What are you doing, Jack? I'm reading predictions about Tokyo in 2050. So, how will Tokyo look like in 2050? Although it has good infrastructure, now it is facing some common issues such as overcrowded trains and air pollution, and they are making efforts to improve the situation. How will they do that? Well, they'll promote advanced technology to make faster trains and greener cars. The city will no longer be full of cars and less air pollution. It's amazing. Anything else? Some undersea tunnels will be built to make traffic more convenient and faster. Moreover, more parks will cover the city to provide more natural space. This means there are no pollutions, will there? That's right. Tokyo will be one of the most livable cities to live in. That's right. Tokyo will be one of the most livable cities to live in. Okay. Let's move on to the next part, listening. Take a look at the picture. We have some popular issues in big cities. Of course, in Vietnam, we also have such problems, right? A. Traffic jam. B. Untreated waste. C. Air pollution. D. Slums. E. Freshwater shortages. F. Water pollution. Which of the problems shown in the pictures currently exist in big cities in Vietnam? Do you think they will be solved in the next 20 years? Những cái vấn đề nào trong 6 cái bức ảnh này chúng ta thấy nó tồn tại ở những thành phố lớn ở Việt Nam các bạn? Hình như hầu hết đều có, đúng không? Traffic jam, nạn kẹt xe nè. Untreated waste, chất thải chưa xử lý, chưa qua xử lý, thải thẳng ra luôn. Air pollution, ô nhiễm không khí. Slums, những cái khu ổ chuột nè. Freshwater shortages, thiếu nước ngọt nè. And F. Water pollution, ô nhiễm nguồn nước. Okay. Personally, all of the problems exist in big cities in Vietnam, and I don't think they will be solved completely in the next 20 years, but to some extent. The situations will change for another level. It can be better or can be worse. Unless more efforts are made, the situation won't change or even get worse. Cô không nghĩ là những cái vấn đề đó sẽ được giải quyết một cách triệt để, một cách hoàn toàn trong thời gian 20 năm tới đâu nha. Nhưng ở về một khía cạnh nào đó thì cái tình hình người ta vẫn phải giải quyết thôi, đúng nè. Người ta vẫn phải giải quyết thôi. Tuy nhiên thì ở một mức độ nào đó, nếu không có những cái nỗ lực được tiến hành thì cái tình trạng này nó sẽ không thay đổi gì đâu. Và thậm chí nó còn trở nên tồi tệ hơn.
Unit 9. Skills. Listening. Activity 2. Listen to a talk on predictions about our future cities. Underline the words or phrases that you hear.
People have very different opinions about the cities of the future. Those who are pessimistic think that our cities will become more and more polluted, so they will no longer be safe and healthy places to live in. Pessimists point out that both global warming and pollution have increased rapidly over the past 20 years, but governments have no effective ways to control them. There are no signs that this problem will be solved in the future. In addition, more and more people are leaving the countryside and moving to big cities to look for work. As a result, cities will become overcrowded. This means there will be more people, more waste, and heavier traffic. All these factors will lead to more pollution. On the other hand, optimistic people believe that city dwellers will have a better life thanks to important achievements in technology and medicine. Modern machines and well-equipped hospitals in cities will provide better, quicker, and more effective treatment for people. How about environmental problems? Optimists also think that scientists will find ways to cut down the cost of renewable energy sources and make them available to everybody. They hope that these energy sources will step by step replace fossil fuels, such as gas, coal, and oil, in the next 20 years. Then city dwellers will live in a cleaner and healthier environment. People have very different opinions about the cities of the future. Those who are pessimistic think that our cities will become more and more polluted, so they will no longer be safe and healthy places to live in. Pessimists point out that both global warming and pollution have increased rapidly over the past 20 years, but governments have no effective ways to control them. There are no signs that this problem will be solved in the future. In addition, more and more people are leaving the countryside and moving to big cities to look for work. As a result, cities will become overcrowded. This means there will be more people, more waste, and heavier traffic. All these factors will lead to more pollution. On the other hand, optimistic people believe that city dwellers will have a better life thanks to important achievements in technology and medicine. Modern machines and well-equipped hospitals in cities will provide better, quicker, and more effective treatment for people. How about environmental problems? Optimists also think that scientists will find ways to cut down the cost of renewable energy sources and make them available to everybody. They hope that these energy sources will step by step replace fossil fuels, such as gas, coal, and oil, in the next 20 years. Then city dwellers will live in a cleaner and healthier environment.
Now let's check together. A. Pessimistic. B. Optimistic. D. Global warming. E. Overcrowded. And available. Here are some Vietnamese equivalent for you. Thank you. Now, for activity number 3, you listen again, decide which of the following predictions will come true. T, and which will not. And T, according to the two kinds of viewpoints. Tick the correct box. According to the pessimistic viewpoint, theo như cái quan điểm bi quan. 1. Pollution will continue to be a serious problem in the city. 2. Global warming will slow down because of government's efforts. 3. A lot of people will leave the city to work in the countryside. 4. Cities will be overpopulated and traffic will be heavy. According to the optimistic viewpoint. 5. City dwellers will enjoy better health care and medical treatment. 6. Renewable energy sources will replace non-renewable ones. 7. People in the city will be able to use renewable energy free of charge. Are you ready?
People have very different opinions about the cities of the future. Those who are pessimistic think that our cities will become more and more polluted, so they will no longer be safe and healthy places to live in. Pessimists point out that both global warming and pollution have increased rapidly over the past 20 years, but governments have no effective ways to control them. There are no signs that this problem will be solved in the future. In addition, more and more people are leaving the countryside and moving to big cities to look for work. As a result, cities will become overcrowded. This means there will be more people, more waste, and heavier traffic. All these factors will lead to more pollution. On the other hand, optimistic people believe that city dwellers will have a better life thanks to important achievements in technology and medicine. Modern machines and well-equipped hospitals in cities will provide better, quicker, and more effective treatment for people. How about environmental problems? Optimists also think that scientists will find ways to cut down the cost of renewable energy sources and make them available to everybody. They hope that these energy sources will step by step replace fossil fuels, such as gas, coal, and oil, in the next 20 years. Then city dwellers will live in a cleaner and healthier environment.
Good job. Excellent. Number 4. Listen again and complete the summaries of the two viewpoints. But first, let's complete the summaries on your own based on what you remember from the listening.
People have very different opinions about the cities of the future. Those who are pessimistic think that our cities will become more and more polluted, so they will no longer be safe and healthy places to live in. Pessimists point out that both global warming and pollution have increased rapidly over the past 20 years, but governments have no effective ways to control them. There are no signs that this problem will be solved in the future. In addition, more and more people are leaving the countryside and moving to big cities to look for work. As a result, cities will become overcrowded. This means there will be more people, more waste, and heavier traffic. All these factors will lead to more pollution. On the other hand, optimistic people believe that city dwellers will have a better life thanks to important achievements in technology and medicine. Modern machines and well-equipped hospitals in cities will provide better, quicker, and more effective treatment for people. How about environmental problems? Optimists also think that scientists will find ways to cut down the cost of renewable energy sources and make them available to everybody. They hope that these energy sources will step by step replace fossil fuels, such as gas, coal, and oil, in the next 20 years. Then city dwellers will live in a cleaner and healthier environment.
Okay, now let's check together. According to the pessimistic viewpoint, our future cities will not be the safe and healthy places to live in. Okay, governments have no effective ways to control pollution, which will continue to be a serious problem in the future. Moreover, cities will become overcrowded, which means there will be more waste and heavier traffic. According to the optimistic viewpoint, city dwellers will have a better life thanks to advances in technology and medicines. Okay, good. Furthermore, the environmental problems will be solved. Renewable energy sources will gradually replace fossil fuels in the next 20 years. Okay, good. Nice job. Now, for homework. Let's review the lessons for vocabulary and ideas. And make your own conversation about New York in 2050. And here is my email address, littleprettyboar@gmail.com. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye and stay home, stay positive. See you next time.